Check out this boneless, skinless chicken thigh. It's got some great seasoning on there. Gonna open that up. Oh, look at that, nice and moist. Let's get a bite. That is perfect. You want to see how I got there? Check out the rest of this video. So today I've got my Z-Grill 10502B and we're gonna test cook some chicken thighs. Now, I have to admit, I wanted to go the easy route, so I went boneless, skinless, and they were on sale because I'm cheap. And I got them laid out here and rinsed, and we're gonna go ahead and lightly coat them. I'm gonna go with 100% a dry rub, which this is my favorite for chicken right now, which is Kosmos Dirty Bird. If you haven't tried the Kosmos Dirty Bird, check out my affiliate link below and get yourself a bottle. This stuff is really good, and it is my favorite to use on any poultry. You can also add a little bit to it. If you want to get a little bit of garlic in there, or you want to get a little more pepper, do that. I don't recommend adding salt when you're using one of these pre-mixed rubs. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a light coat, and then I'll flip it over and give it a coat on the other side. So we'll be right back. So I've got this all coated, and you can check it out here. That's the bottom side. And next, I've already preheated my smoker. Now with poultry, I like to be well above 300 no matter what. And some smokers just can't do that, especially some of your electric smokers. But the nice thing about most pellet grills, especially this one, is it easily goes up to 500 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the grill mat and toss that in there. Before I throw this grill mat in there, I wanna mention that I did let this thing preheat for almost an hour, and I am running cherry pellets, and I made sure that we have plenty of pellets in there. Now this is gonna be a pretty quick process at 375. We're not gonna need to be out here for very long with chicken thighs. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lay that on here, and then I'll go ahead and organize those on here, and I'll be right back. So here we go, I've got those all in there, and I went 2 rows, and when we did our biscuit test, we have a little bit of hot and cool zones. So I think by doing it like this, I'll be able to rotate this whole thing in the middle of the cooking process and get some really even cooking results. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut that down, and we're gonna take a little break. One thing I wanna mention, definitely you want to make sure that you preheat this. Now I did say earlier that I preheated this for an hour, but that hour gets you a nice consistent temperature. Now when I left that open to load it, the temperature when it comes back up is gonna spike a little bit. But what we want is we want the PID inside the controller to learn how to manage the temperature. And the only thing that will give it the ability to do that is a little bit of time. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this, and we should be back in about 15 minutes for me, but only 1 second for you. So it's been 15 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this glove on here. This is one of my Cuisinart silicone gloves. And again, if it was $225, I'd just reach in here and grab this, but not at $375. And go ahead, give that a spin. It's just a little too big to fit. Well, I'm sure I could have done that a little bit better, but this is gonna get washed in the house and thrown back on there right after I turn the camera off. We went ahead and spun that around, and we'll go ahead and keep cooking and give it another 15 minutes, and then I'll flip them. So it's been another 15 minutes, and it's time to go ahead and flip that chicken. I did wash that piece, and unfortunately I washed a little bit of the seasoning off, but that's okay, it'll still be good. We'll be right back. These are absolutely my favorite tongs. They're like 22 inches or something like that. And when I'm not filming and I don't have the table right in front of me, I get to stand way back here and I don't have to worry about getting too hot. That's not the case right now. Now go ahead and take a look there and you can see that we're getting a little bit of cooking going on there and everything is looking great. So let's go ahead and close this down and we'll take another break, another 15 minutes for me, but only 1 second for you. So it's been about 17 minutes and I brought out my lightning thermometer. And one of the reasons that I chose this one is because the tip is super small and it is an instant read thermometer and it's gonna read it really fast. But another thing is it flips over automatically. So check that out. And there you go. Let's go ahead and open that up. Well, they're looking really good. And they are done. I'm going to go ahead and leave them on there for 1 second while I grab a cutting board. I'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Minor change in plans. I went ahead and grabbed the cookie sheet. I hand washed this because the dishwasher was full and I was just going to wait for it to dry and set it back. But I decided, why not just use this? Now, because this is hot, I'm going to go ahead and use the tongs here and I'm going to pull the whole thing right off. And get that there, make sure it's loose, and just slide it right on there. And just like that, we are done. Now, this is going to need to be cleaned up today. What I'm going to use is the Grill Arts bristleless brush, and I'll be right back with that and some hot water, and we'll get that done while these are resting. So today I'm going to clean the grill with the Grill Arts bristleless brush, and this thing is great. I like to use it on the really hot grills. I don't have as much luck with it on the cooler smokers, but when you're running at this kind of temperature, this thing works really good. Now, I just took a regular Rubbermaid container and filled it with some hot water. It's not like scalding hot or anything. It's just hot right out of the sink. And then I soak this in there, go like this, and that down, and use the scraper. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that is pretty good. And if you missed a spot or something with the pad, then you can just use the edge here, and this one here gets in between these grates really well. And the two edges are shaped differently, so depending on which grill you have will depend on which edge you want to use. So anyway, we'll go ahead and close that down and then let it come up to temperature again, and as soon as it does, I'll turn it off. That'll be about 2 or 3 minutes. I'll go ahead and set this aside. Now, of course, I brought out a glove because, well, that's just the way I roll, and it's probably still pretty hot. I'm going to take one of these smaller, thinner pieces right here, grab that, and I'll put on the other glove too. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rip it apart, and then I'm going to hold it up to the camera here really close. And that looks really good. And it tastes perfect. I was worried I did not put enough seasoning on there, and I just finished this jar up and I didn't want to open another jar, but I was like, maybe I should, and I said, no, let's just go with it. A lot of times I under-season stuff, but not today. This is absolutely perfect. The cherry is the perfect choice to go with this chicken thighs. I can taste it just a little, but it's really more in the back. It's not like a front forward flavor. With a long slow cook, like a pork shoulder, you're definitely going to taste that wood more than you will on a hot and fast type cook like these chicken. I'm really happy with what we've done here. I'm really happy with the performance, especially in this 300 to 375 range. Now, I haven't done a low and slow test yet, but that's coming up real soon. I am really happy with this. But remember, the secret is to always preheat your grill for as much time as you feel comfortable with. I say an hour and 15 minutes is good too. But if you go 5 minutes, you're not going to be happy with the results because the temperature is going to be all over the place. So check this grill out. This grill is part of the crowdfunding rewards program, and it was provided for free to me, and the cherry pellets were also provided for free. If you buy one of these premium grills, you will get your next 10 grills for free. All you have to do is pay for shipping, and that's every 5 years you get a new grill. Now, if you're like me and a grill doesn't last you 5 years, you can pay an extra fee and get your next grill a little early. This is an awesome program, and for a standard pellet grill, and this one of course is the monster size, you will be really happy with what you're getting and with that price. Check out that program. That is an affiliate link below that will help support the channel. Also, you'll find affiliate links for all the other things that I used in this video, like the Grill Arts bristleless brush and the Kosmos Dirty Bird seasoning. Check those out. That is my favorite seasoning for poultry right now. So again, thanks for watching and have a great day.